Hello everybody, and this is Mr. Timekeeper for Timekeeper Gaming, and we're going to be doing a Let's Play of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater HD Collection to preserve for the future generations. So we're going to go ahead and start a new game. And this is episode or part 0, because it's kind of a prologue. There's a lot of talking, not a lot of gameplay. Just kind of explains what's going on and what we're doing, What's going on, what we're doing, and I'm going to play it on hard mode. It's going to be fun. So let's get started.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
And boy, was it high in tension, let me tell you. Konami presents the Hideo Kojima game and a giant airplane. It's like a C-1, I don't know what that is. Maybe a C-130? Yeah. Heavily modified. It's the United States flag on it. America. Alright. Oh, there's the Kojima logo. I wonder how many times we're going to see that throughout the game.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Wow, they're high, 30,000. We're flying into Russia.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass.
Ah, the HD graphics look nice. Paramedic
Good.
pretty good.
Got high visibility.
Major Zero. Well, it's got some heavy weaponry on it. Oh, look,
Put out
it's
that
Snake.
cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector.
That guy's
Put on
named
your
Duke on the
mask.
back of his helmet. If you saw that. He doesn't take orders from you, Sonny, but Jim. He's big boss.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
We only know who you were talking to, man. Duke.
Approaching release point.
You're in front of a legend.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Tosses the cigar into dramatic slow motion effect. And puts on a bug helmet.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Ooh. It kind of looks like Psycho Mantis's helmet from the first Metal Gear.
Sunrise.
A little self-promotion under there on the helmet there says Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Interesting.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to
That's
drop
cold.
off. Stand up.
Wow, 4 minutes elapsed like nothing.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get
That's fast.
frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
A halo jump, sweet. I gotta put
10
my cigar out
seconds
so
to
it doesn't
drop
blow
off.
anything
Stand
up.
by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
I don't think he doesn't have wings. I think he can fly. But he can do awesome poses and falling. He's tumbling into a barrel roll. And now into a straight up swan dive, or whatever they call it. Fascinating stuff.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head
Jack.
of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual.
I just call him Snake.
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it.
Fox!
Seeds will be officially organized into a unit.
I like the name Fox.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
Maybe
Don't
it
get
is.
cocky, this isn't a training op.
Right.
Didn't think so. seemed a
So
little
what exactly is this wonderful mission?
tense to be a training ground.
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles.
Soviet scientist.
His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon
Fascinating.
research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
Oh, he builds
The very
rockets,
same.
and he looks so fancy with his
On April
monocle.
the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
Yeah, they were ahead of us.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
They
Well
beat us
spoken.
to space.
The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the
There's the
A-1,
first person
known
to
as
go
the
to space.
Vostok rocket.
It's a big
Sokolov is
rocket.
said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After
Those are even
Gagarin
bigger
died,
rockets.
Sokolov left rocket
Look at
development
those.
to
Huge.
become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From
Those
a
are
lowly
huge rockets.
technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own
It
creations.
wasn't very, very nice there.
Afraid.
So he
Call
grew
it
a
a
conscience.
crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken
Oh, at
safely
least he
to
was
the
a
west.
family man.
We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards.
That's a big wall.
I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
Much
We got
tighter now.
Sokolov
Oh, another
over in
Kojima
one
logo
piece.
in the background.
The whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2
Berlin.
weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility
That's
in
a
the Soviet
long
Union
way.
to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent.
Poor guy.
And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
That was a
October
scary
16,
time.
1962.
We were on the
President
brink
Kennedy
of
received word that
thermonuclear
Soviets were
war.
in
It was
process
not a
of
good
deploying
time.
intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets
Craziness.
didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport
was
ships carrying
almost
missiles
all out
continued
war.
on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out
So one thing I
nuclear
like about
war.
this game, though, it has a lot of
Frantic
history
negotiations
into it,
were
even though it
conducted
takes some
with
it's
UN
kind of like
National Security Council
Assassin's
and
Creed,
unofficial
but it
channels,
does have a lot
and
of
the hair-trigger
historical
standards.
background strings to it, which is kind of
Finally,
cool.
on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust.
Thank
But in order to
goodness.
get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete.
I'll have to look up what
We're
an
gonna get rid of them
IRBM is.
anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
They
Sokolov.
want Sokolov.
They
Aha!
wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the
Mr.
Soviets pulled
Manaker.
out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
Must have been
At the
something
time,
cool.
we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war.
Well, we
In the
couldn't
end, we
risk
had no
nuclear
choice.
war, because that's
President
bad.
Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital and handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared.
All the dude wanted to do was be free. And the Russians, at the time, wouldn't let him.
Then a
Sad.
month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision.
Oh, the
What's more,
KGB.
it's on the verge of completion.
So
This doesn't
what
sound
kind
good,
of weapon
people.
is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details,
That's
but
a
it appears
big
to be a new kind of
explosion.
nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at
That's a big
semi-pilot
hole.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is
It's
Sokolov
huge.
still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yask, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
Ah, the Virgin Cliffs.
Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Fascinating.
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
That's alright, boss. I got the mission. Send me in. I'm ready. Falling. Falling. Woo! Falling. Back to the jump. The halo jump. Here we go. Free falling. I'm free. Free falling. I'm free.
Listen up, Jack.
I can see.
Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
That's so pretty, the jungle or mountains. It's so good looking.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis.
Sounds like
The
it's a
clock
big
is
weapon.
ticking.
Destroyed the parachute. Woo!
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the
Oh,
recovery
look
point.
at the view
The recovery
from the
balloon will be
distance.
dropped
It's
at
so
that point.
beautiful.
Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes.
That's the Fulton recovery
Once
system.
it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Sweet.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped
Talon?
with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
That's
Even
a
with the
seriously
fuel in the
cool
reserve
fight.
tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Sounds
Only
good.
time for dinner.
Because I'm
But
hungry.
if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
That would suck. Who makes Z headphones, as I want to know? The ones that Paramedic was wearing. They were pretty cool looking. Alright, maybe I get to play some actual game. Let's see. Watch out for the trees. Watch out for the... Ouch! Ouch! Branches hurt, pain. Ow! 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 That hurt. Oh no, you lost your backpack. Oh no, careful, 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 careful! Oh! Nice landing. Nice landing, Mr. Snake. Oh man. You can get up now. You don't... Oh, you're posing, okay. Bugman. Ah, I just had to say that because he looked like it. Alright, safe. Alright. What? You're just gonna throw it on the ground? It's littering, man. And it's all labeled US. This is supposed to be a sneaking mission. This is not good. It's labeled USA all over it. They're gonna know we were here. You're gonna burn it, bury it. Someone gonna come collect it later. I like the face paint, man. Digging it. Looks pretty cool. Turning the radio on. Wasn't the radio on the whole time? I would have thought so.
Do you
Maybe
copy?
it's a different radio
You're
because there
already
was
in
another
enemy
radio in the helmet.
territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Got it.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd
Snakes.
ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Kojima logo
Let's
in the
see.
background again.
I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Hey, it's the name of a
This
famous
will
song.
be a sneaking mission.
Major Tom.
You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave
sneak
no
around.
trace of your presence. Is that
Well, that's
clear?
too late. I just
This
littered all
kind
my
of
gear on the
infiltration
ground.
is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes
Gear
for
on site,
food
got
as
it.
well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great.
I have to get food,
Now
but I
see
thought I
why
was
you
only
asked me
going to
if I
be home in time
snakes.
for dinner. Is
I
there
suppose
something you
calling
need to
me
tell me,
Snake
Major?
was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha.
All right.
Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
I thought I
You've
was
been
going to
issued
be
a
home
knife
for
and a
dinner.
tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
You're lying to me. There's something
Yeah,
not right.
about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a
I
branch.
like the sweet video diagnostic playing in the top
To
there.
climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button.
Wow, they're
I'll
talking
be
to Snake
monitoring
like
your
he's
progress over the radio.
controlled by someone
You
else.
can't risk violating
Amazing.
Soviet airspace, but I'll be
However,
in the
this game
gunship.
breaks the fourth wall a little bit.
My frequency is 140.85.
Doesn't mess me around. It's like,
I'll give you
oh,
a call if I need to talk to you.
press
If
this
you need
button.
to talk to me,
do
use
this
the
thing.
send function.
It's
Okay,
just
Snake,
kind of funny.
go get your backpack.
It's humorous. It knows that it's a video game, and it works that into its script. It's kind of funny. Oh, finally, I get to control myself. Woohoo! I have my knife. I'm a knife master ninja. Oh, climb up for the wall logs with triangle. That's a snake. I'll kill you, snake. Oh, look! The snake evaporates and turns into a metal can of food. A ration. Woohoo! That's handy. Magic. Magic snakes. You're gonna be my dinner, snake. I like snake. Woohoo, snake. Hey, look, what's that? What's that? Oh, it's food too. It's a mushroom of some kind. Don't know if it's gonna kill me or if it's safe to eat, but might as well take it anyway. Maybe we can make poison out of it or something. Mushroom B and mushroom A or something like that, I think it said. Lots of animals in the background. I can hear them. They're noisy. Run up this hill here. Ah, it's a birdie. Oh. LF med. I don't know what that does, but... slid down the hill. I think this is the tree they were talking about. Climb it, climb it. Nope, climb. There you go, snake. Finally. Carefully grab your backpack. No, you're supposed to grab your backpack, not jump off the tree. There you go. Up, 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 up. There is a small difference in this version. What am I doing wrong? Oh, I think I have to walk towards the end and then he'll slide down or... What am I doing wrong? Ah! No, don't crawl, don't crawl, don't crawl. There you go. Okay, let's try this again. What does he want?
The backpack is on the branch pointing east on that tree, right? Walk along the branch and get it. Be careful not to fall. You should be able to grab your backpack if you hang from the branch by pressing the action button.
Oh, okay, got it. Action button. Thanks, Major Tom. Sweet, got my backpack. Not a minute too early. Now that we got all our gear...
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake.
Yes, I have, Major Tom.
To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the
Thanks, Tom.
survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your
I have
available
an onboard
weapons will be
computer in
displayed in a window
1964.
in
That's
the upper
amazing.
left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip
Yeah, another
and press
thing
the
that's
Enter
funny
button.
about the game is...
For other equipped items, just do the same
They
thing
don't.
from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental
They have
to
no
this mission.
qualms about letting people
After
know
you've
that
been
this
out
is a
in the
video
field
game.
for a while, your
Calling
stamina
out,
will start to drop.
working
If
in
your
the
stamina gets
tutorial
too
into the
low,
story, it's
it'll
kind of
affect your
funny.
performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My
Sounds
only
like a plan.
weapon's a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once
That
its
doesn't sound
durability
very
reaches
helpful.
0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger-happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and
So
equipment
this is just
beyond what
basically
you're carrying
going over
now,
how everything
you'll have to
works.
find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily wastes. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too.
Well, this is
Your
gonna be really
presence in
difficult.
enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident.
Oh, you're
You
telling
can't let
me?
anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be
Man, this
no
is gonna
rescue
be
if you're
tough.
captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS
Woohoo!
guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
So I can kill myself. That's so...
Use it if you're taken
Dad.
prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
So don't fake die
I'll
for
keep it
too
in
long.
mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
Good, I'm a
Real
one-man army.
One-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The
Sweet.
first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
Oh, it's a girl.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who
Sweet.
comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me
Paramedic.
your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name
Captain
means
Nemo.
nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your
Sweet.
name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
Sweet. Add
She's
that to the
also in
memory.
charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message
She
over the
sounds pretty
reserved
cute.
save frequency.
I like paramedic.
140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Sweet.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually,
The
it was the
boss?
boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were
Sweet,
at
it's the
SAS
boss.
together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's
That's a
me.
touching reunion.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18
Wow,
hours.
that's oddly specific.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
You gotta grow up,
Techniques, sure.
Snake.
But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit,
information do we
body, and
got?
technique.
The boss,
And the only
she's a
thing you
girl,
can learn from
and everything
someone
else
is technique.
unknown.
In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit.
This is very
Spirit and body
philosophical.
are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the
Hey, Snake,
same
code
side
name,
right
Snake.
now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics
Wow,
are
downer.
a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no
I'd rather be
enemies
the fighter.
and no friends. Only
Sounds
the
lonely.
mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being
very deep.
patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country.
This
So
is
there's
all
no
very
such
deep.
thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's
Boss.
the way a soldier's supposed to think.
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty
The
is
boss
the
is
mission,
such a
Jack.
interesting.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes
Ah,
that
the
brought the
Cobra
war to an
unit.
end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Legendary heroes.
I can't think of
It's
anyone else
amazing.
I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes,
It's good to hear your voice again.
same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
Sweet.
CQC. Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green
Sounds
Berets for
amazing.
the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember.
Thanks,
After all,
boss.
this is your
Always
first
supporting me.
actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
It's good
Where
to know
are
I
you,
got people in
boss?
my head.
Next to the major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Thanks, boss.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov.
All right. It's all about the
Dr. Sokolov
mission.
is being held in an abandoned factory located
I
to the
love
north
these little
of your
video
current
pop-ups
position.
of where I'm supposed to go in the
Avoid
future.
heavy combat and
Amazing.
don't let anyone see you. Don't forget,
Amazing.
that this is a stealth mission.
Yeah. Don't kill anybody. Don't get seen. If you do get seen, kill the person who sees you. Got it.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Got it. First one, pull out knife. Step 2, grab gun. Hold gun and knife. Be prepared to kill anything that moves.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Yay! I think that finally wraps up the long intro. So thank you everybody for watching part 1. I know it's kind of long, but that will it's kind of fun, and it gives you kind of an idea where the game is going and what it's all about. Feel free to skip it though if you just want to get into part 1, which I'll be recording next. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Bye.